Hi guys, Mark from Gully here, putting a quick video together on how to assemble the Gully Junior Cruiser. Okay, so you've got your box in the mail. We've only got 4 parts in the box, so we're going to open it up really quickly and we're going to show you what's inside. Okay, so we've got our parts out of the box. There's only 4 main parts. We've got our kids handle, our adults handle, the board and our instructions, as well as our 3 coloured Allen keys. Really easy steps. Instructions are in the book, but in case you get stuck, this video is just here to help you out a little bit with a couple of tips and tricks. So first things first, get your board out. Much easier to work on a table if you can, but if you're on the floor, that's totally fine. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 3 silver screws out of the top of the board using our green Allen key. Usually pretty simple just to get these guys out, a couple of twists and they'll be out. I'm going to put them aside and we're going to use them again in just a moment to put the adult handle together. Just a note that we've tested everything in the workshop before it comes to you, so everything should be in correct working order, but if anything isn't in the box as it states, please get in touch and let us know. So we've got a little bit of protective packaging on the chrome here. I'm going to take that off. Holes match up with the holes on the board, really quite straightforward. Take our screw back, pop the first screw through, and we're going to pop that in using our Allen key. We're just going to tighten this one just a little bit lightly, just so we can get the next 2 in. So we can just see we've got our holes lined up, which is great. We're going to take the next screw and pop that in. Again, not too tightly at the moment. We're going to tighten them sort of all together, just to make sure that we're all in alignment. Our last one going in here. Okay, and now that they're all in, we're going to give them an extra tighten. Don't need to over tighten these. They're going into a thread, so don't use an electric drill or anything like that. The tools that are in the box are more than sufficient to get this job done. So a couple of turns each, and that is all we need here. And that's now going to be nice and sturdy for our adult's handle. The next part is our kids handle. Again, get rid of the protective layering. So we've got a little grub screw in here. We're just going to take that out for the moment and we're going to set it to the side just so that we can get the handle onto the adult handle really easily. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to take our red Allen key and we're just going to loosen the bolt here. Okay, you'll be able to loosen that with your fingers, and then you open this piece up. So that's on a hinge. We open that up. We're going to grab the bolt back. We're going to pop it on the handle, close it back together, and then we put the bolt back through. Pretty straightforward stuff. And we're going to give this a really good tighten. So it's not important at the moment that we're at the right height, but it is important that we get it in line. So if I pull this over here a little bit, that's nice and tight there. I can see that that is reasonably in line. I'm then going to take my grub screw and I'm going to get that ready, and we need to figure out what height up or down the shaft we need the handle for your child. So if you've got a really tiny tot, you might need it all the way down here. We usually find that for most kids aged between about 2 and 4, about 1/3 of the way up the handle is about right. So again, find what height works for your child best, but once you can find that height, that's the place to go. We take our grub screw, we pop that in here, like so, and then we use our yellow handled Allen key to give that a really good tighten up. And that's all it is. So really simple to put together. Should only take 2 or 3 minutes. And just a couple of key things: make sure that the kid's handle is at the right height for your child, and that the adult handle is nice and square. But once you've done those 2 things, then you're all good to go and happy cruising.